Buckle up, everyone. Today I'm taking you on a deep dive, one that blends the whimsical world of Harry Potter with the grim darkness of Warhammer 40k. I know what you're thinking. How do you even begin to combine child wizards with a galaxy in unending war? Trust me, it's a fascinating clash of worlds, and the results are as wild as you'd expect. So, here's the plan. I'm reimagining Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban as if it unfolds in the Warhammer 40k universe. How would the story change in such a dark and brutal setting? What stays the same, and what gets completely warped into something unrecognizable? Let's find out. We begin with Harry. He's still stuck with the Dursleys. But in 40,000, these aren't just regular unpleasant folks. No, they're low-ranking administratum workers, mindlessly grinding away in the depths of a hive city. They're terrified of anything that disrupts their monotonous lives. And Harry, well, with his strange abilities, he's not just a nuisance to them. He's a walking nightmare. In this universe, Harry isn't just a peculiar child. To the Dursleys, he's a mutant, or worse, a psyker. Psykers in the Imperium of Man are seen as dangerous cracks in reality, conduits for chaos to seep through. The Dursleys wouldn't just mistreat Harry, they'd be terrified of him. If he so much as sneezed wrong, they'd report him to the Arbites, the Imperium's enforcers. And Aunt Marge? Oh, her visit would take a horrifying turn. In 40,000, she could be a latent psyker, someone with dormant psychic powers. But her time with Harry, combined with warp energy, triggers a gruesome mutation. Her body twists and warps into something unrecognizable, a visceral reminder of the dangers of psychic power. It's no light-hearted floating-away scene, it's a living nightmare. After this horrifying ordeal, Harry runs away. But forget the whimsical night bus. In 40,000, his escape would be grittier. Imagine an armored transport straight out of Mad Max, navigating the hive's treacherous underbelly. Its crew, hardened smugglers and rogue psykers, all trying to stay one step ahead of the Adeptus Arbites. And Sirius Black? He's no misunderstood prisoner in this universe. Picture him as a Chaos Space Marine, a fallen Raven Guard, skilled in stealth and deception. His goal, not just revenge. He wants to corrupt Harry, twist his growing psychic abilities, and turn him into a weapon for chaos. It's no longer just a story about Harry's survival, it's a battle for his very soul. Then there's Hogwarts, or what's left of it. In the 40,000 universe, it would be the Schola Progenium, a brutal training ground for orphans of Imperial martyrs. These children don't learn spells or potions. They're drilled in combat tactics, indoctrinated into the Imperial creed, and prepared for a life of war. Discipline is harsh, and weakness is not tolerated. Classes? They're as grim as you'd expect. Charms is replaced with surviving a Xenos Onslaught 101, while potions becomes advanced weapons maintenance. And forget Quidditch. Students run combat drills instead. It's not a school of magic. It's a factory for soldiers. Even the Dementors transform into something darker. In this world, they're enslavers, horrific warp entities that feed on psychic energy. Their presence at the Schola Progenium is a constant reminder of the warp's dangers, leaving victims as empty shells, devoid of life or soul. Lupin's role takes a significant turn too. He's no werewolf here. He's a rogue psyker, constantly hiding from the Imperium. His struggle isn't with a physical affliction. It's with a system that would destroy him for his powers. He's a mentor to Harry, yes, but also a symbol of defiance against an oppressive regime. And Hagrid? In this universe, his love for magical creatures becomes a desperate fascination with bioengineered monstrosities. He's an outcast, perhaps even suspected of mutant sympathies. Buckbeak, for instance, isn't a majestic hippogriff. He's a bioengineered killing machine, bred for war, a far cry from the original's charm. The Marauder's map becomes even more dangerous. It's no mere prank tool. It's a fragment of ancient technology coveted by the Adeptus Mechanicus. Instead of revealing student movements, it exposes the scholar's hidden chambers, security systems, and heretical secrets. Possessing it makes Harry a target, not just of the scholar authorities, but also of the Mechanicus. Even the trips to Hogsmeade take a dark turn. Imagine a sprawling underhive market teeming with rogue psykers, heretics selling forbidden tech, and whispers of chaos cults. It's not a place for butterbeer and zonkos, it's a haven for the desperate and disillusioned. And then there's the Time Turner. In 40,000, it's not a magical trinket, it's forbidden Xenos tech, maybe even Eldar in origin. Messing with time isn't just risky, it's heretical, capable of ripping the fabric of reality apart. Using it could summon chaos or create a new warp rift. Hermione's decision to use it isn't just about saving Buckbeak, it's a gamble with catastrophic stakes. As the story builds to its climax, we see Sirius's escape into the warp, Harry's dangerous flirtation with psychic power, and the constant pull of chaos. The final moments are less about triumph and more about survival in a galaxy teetering on the edge of annihilation. So there you have it, a grimdark reimagining of the Prisoner of Azkaban. From soul-draining warp entities to the brutal realities of life in the Imperium, this mashup of universes turns a tale of magic and friendship into a story of survival, rebellion, and the unending struggle between light and darkness. Until next time, remember, in the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. Like and subscribe for the God Emperor or suffer his wrath.